Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I will give you a complete tutorial on how to use Notion in the most efficient manner possible. Notion is, in my opinion, the best tool out there for people to collect data for their training approach, or even to take notes while studying. I will show you how to make a really clean study journal. I will show you how to actually collect data for your backtesting in the most efficient manner possible. I will show you how to collect data from your trades, how to make a trade journal, and all the good stuff. So sit back and relax, and I hope you will enjoy this video.
Steady if you ready, I got more past. Tough fuck you, shit hoe, I can't kiss that. Stealing for your love, that shit got some Kit Kats. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's at your front door. Little bitch steady.
Okay, so when you start up your Notion for the first time, it will look just like this. I'm going to delete these pages on the left side here by right clicking on them and then pressing delete. I suggest you to do this as well because we won't be needing them any longer. Of course, you could keep the standard templates from Notion, but I personally prefer to use my own because I like them. Okay, so after you have deleted those pages, you can make a new page and call it whatever you want to. You will be starting with the backtest table. When you are on the page you want to have the backtest table in, you want to add a table, and then you want to create a new database here on the right side. Call it whatever you want to. Rename. I will just call it data. And then we can start with the fun stuff. In here, on the left side, you will be able to add the names for your data, for your charts. I personally use this to add like a name of what type of trade it was. And because I use market maker models, I just type market maker sell model or market maker buy model the whole time. Why? Well, to be fair, I would like to actually have a function in here that I'm able to make this like something else, but it's a title and I can't change it. So that's why I use it like this. But you can do whatever you want to with it. So first of all, I would get a date section here, press on this box in here, then press on type, then select the date, and then you can rename it to date. So when you're collecting your backtest data, you'll be able to, for example, call this trade 1, and then you can have a date. I'm recording this on the 14th of November 2022, so let's say that I took a backtest trade here, then I'll just select this date, and then I will move on. Then I will press on this plus button here, and then this menu will pop up. Now I will add something else, and that is the select option. I want to know on which day the trade setup occurred, so I'll be adding the day of week. I just name this day DOW, day of week, which you can also type it out fully if you want to. Then you can press down here on options and you will be able to add all the days. Be sure to add a enter or press enter after you have typed out the name. So Monday, and you get what I'm doing. So I'm just going to speed this up for you. Now I will press the select option again. I want to have the ticker. So on what pair did my trade setup occur, or what are you backtesting? So pair 1, pair 2, etc, etc. And if you want to, you can switch these up, that you have the ticker first, but I just do it in this way because I like to have the date, then the week, then the pair, and then etc. And now you can basically add all of the variables that you want to collect for your backtest data. So, for example, a variable that you could add could be the framework that you used. So select again framework, and then you can type out all the frameworks or all the models that you have. So model 1, model 2, and then you can have the entry pattern, pattern 1, pattern 2, etc, etc, etc. So if you want to post the charts that you have annotated with TradingView probably in this cool section, you can do that in two ways. You could either have another page where you post the charts and then copy the link to that chart and then have a URL a variable in here and then just place the URLs in there. But personally, I don't really like that. I used to do it with the beginning of my backtest table for Notion, but I found that by pressing on this open here, a new page gets created, and then you can just add the charts in here. So add chart here, and then you can just click it away. And this looks way cleaner than having a long URL, in my opinion, on the right side here. You can make this data collection as crazy as you want to. Personally, I have like 8 variables that I'm looking at when I'm collecting my data. So yeah, make it as crazy as you want to, man. This is basically the basics for doing this. And if you want to have another section, it's exactly the same. Trade 2, add all the data in here, then press on the open inside peak function here. New page opens up, and add all of your charts in here and all the other important stuff. So this is basically how you make it easy for yourself to collect backtest data and in a clean way, in a clean manner. So now we're going to move on to how to make the trade journal. We're going to use the database function again and then use the table. Then we're going to create a new database, call it whatever you want to. I will just rename it into trade journal. And here you will basically do the exact same thing as I showed you in the backtest section. So call this trade 1. I'm just going to speed this up because it's basically the same process as the backtest section. Now I will add the RR section. I will use the number property, and I like to make this a ring. And I am aiming for 3R on every trade. So that's the maximum that I would reach for with my trading journal. That doesn't mean that my trades won't be higher than 3R sometimes, but I want to have a minimum of 3R, and then I'm happy with the outcome of the trade. So if I do that and go into the section and for example type 2, it will show as an incomplete circle. But if I make it 3, it's a complete circle. So that's something that I like to do because I find it really clean. And if you want to, you can make these sections smaller and have like smaller sections that include smaller words, such as the outcome of the trade. Win, loss, or break even are basically short words. Same can be done with the pair. Just go between those two sections and then just drag them to the left. Same with the framework, etc, etc, etc. And if you want to add the charts to the trade, just press on the side button here on the open button, and then this menu will show up, this page, and then just add your charts to it. Add charts. So this is how you create your trade journal. Now I will show you how to create a journal in which you can write your thoughts out. So this will not be limited to only the trades that you take, but it will also be a good opportunity or good way for you to write out what you're thinking about. Journaling is really important as a developing trader because it's a way to look objectively at yourself and recognize certain things that might be holding you back. And over time, you can also use this journal as a way to get motivated when things aren't going the way that you would want them to go. So I would really recommend you to follow along with making this journal and actually using it. So for the journal section, we will use the database function again, but now we will use the list option. Again, create a new database. I will call it just journal. And here different pages will show up already. What you can do is click on these pages and then a side page will open up again. You can, for example, type in this, I feel happy today because I am watching another video of Zeus. Well, I hope you're happy at least. Then once you're done with writing out your thoughts, etc., you can go in here on the text function and actually add some text like happy. And then when you go out of this side page, so you close it, you can see what happens. The tag shows up, and if you want to, you could even add something else to it, another property, and for example, add the date to it. Then just press away and then press on here and click on date. So for me personally, what I do is, since Notion doesn't really show the date when you're overviewing all of your notes, I like to do this. I like to type in the title the dates that were on. And then I can see, okay, this is what I thought about that day. And of course you can also just press on it and then Notion shows it in here, of course created on that day. But I also like to see from this schematic already, okay, when have I created this or when did I wrote this? And then you can look at the text and then you can instantly know, okay, that's what I was writing about that day. That's what I was thinking about that day. And again, I will add a cool icon because that's what I like. Okay, so now we're on the final section of this video and I will show you how to create a really clean page in which you can take notes in a very organized manner. So what I personally like to do is do this. I like to press enter and type in here and create different pages for the type of series that I'm watching or that I'm studying. I will use the ICT 2022 mentorship as an example. So what I do is this. I type /page and then I can select the basic block called pages. A new page will be created. I will give this page a name, the name of the series that I'm watching. So for example, the ICT 2022 mentorship. And then I will add a database within this page and I will use the table function. The reason why I want to use a table function is because this is the most organized way to actually look at what got discussed in which lecture or in which episode, and I will show you why. Now I will keep it really simple with regards to which variables I'm going to add to this table, but the variables I find really important are these. I find, of course, the name of the episode. I don't know if this is really the case, but for example, I will use episode 1 as an example, and then I can give it a tag and say like, okay, intro video, introduction, for example. And episode 2 or episode 30, for example, let's do this. He talks about SMTs, he talks about liquidity, fair value gaps, etc, etc, etc. You get what I'm pointing at. Now I will add another variable called the date, and I personally like to know when did I watch the video, time of watching. I use the time format 24 hours again. And for example, let's say that I watched episode 30 on the 14th of November, so today, and that I watched episode 1 on, let's say, the 4th of November. Just as an example. If you use your Notion in this way, or actually take notes this way by, again, going into the side peak and then actually typing out all of your notes in here, add notes, you'll be able to study really in an organized manner, because you are able to simply look at these tags here and know, okay, in episode 30 he talked about SMTs, liquidity and fair value gaps. Okay, I watched that at that day. And when you're a bit further in your progress or in your process, you can look back and think, okay, that's when I learned about SMTs, and it's just a cool add-on to have, in my opinion. This is how you can take notes in a really clean manner, in my opinion. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new with regards to how to use Notion. In my opinion, it's the best tool out there, and you should really try it out if you're not using it yet, or at least try to organize it in the way that I showed you in this video, because over time, once you start taking more notes, it can become a real mess, and it will be really hard to figure out where that one particular note is that you're trying to find. And by doing it this way, it's really easy to figure out where that note is. I wish you a great day, and if you like this video, please leave a like. I'm trying to get to 10k subs, and I would really appreciate if you could help me reach that goal. So, be safe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.
Let me hop off and juice man's top. Do man dirty, you know I get work. See quick, let's pray we don't buck into cops. Back my blade on punks, they run and drop them bitch.